Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Karuna teaching the course Computer Architecture and Organization. Second unit contains the following topics: instruction and instruction sequencing, component of instructions, ARM processor. In this video, we are concentrating on addressing modes of ARM processor. So addressing modes are used to access the data from memory. We already discussed in previous videos about fetching of instruction code, fetching of data. Okay, in this case, with the help of addressing modes, processor fetches the data. Okay, so here these addressing modes are used to access the data present in the memory with the help of these instructions load or store in case of ARM processor. Okay, so these instructions used to load data values from memory or store data values in memory. These are the syntaxes of load and store instructions. Load destination register comma source memory address. Store source register comma destination memory address. So here whatever the register may be, in this case first you need to mention registers, then memory locations. Coming to the definition of addressing mode, the way of specifying the address of the operand or data for a given operation. The ARM instruction set architecture has three addressing modes: immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, scaled register addressing mode. In case of immediate addressing mode, the offset is signed integer that is stored as a part of the instruction, or we can say offset address is available in the instruction. It can be added to or subtracted from the value in the base register. Coming to the register addressing mode, the offset is signed integer that is in a register. Here in this case of addressing mode, offset is stored in register. It can be added to or subtracted from the value in the base register. Next, coming to the scaled register addressing mode, the offset is signed integer that is in a register. Here also offset available in the register, but it is shifted by an immediate amount before it is added to or subtracted from the value in the base register. Let us see one by one with examples. Okay, so these addressing modes can affect the value in the base register in three different ways. Okay, let us see how the addressing modes can affect the value in the base register in three different ways. Offset, the value in the base register is unchanged. Pre-indexed and post-indexed addressing mode. Okay, so in this case pre-indexed, the offset is combined with the value in the base register and the base register is updated with this new address before being used to access memory. Here post-indexed, the value in the base register alone is used to access memory. Then the offset is combined with the value in the base register and the base register is updated with this new address after accessing memory. Here let us see the difference between these two addressing modes: pre-indexed addressing mode, post-indexed addressing modes with examples. In pre-indexed addressing mode, offset will be added to the base register content to generate the new address before going to access the data from the memory. Here first get the data from the memory location at the address specified in the base register and then offset will be added to the content of base register to get the next number. Okay, so likewise it will be updated with the new address after accessing first element. Let us see one by one with examples. Coming to the immediate addressing mode. Here this is the example for immediate addressing mode. Move R0, #05. Okay, this instruction transfers the data 05 to the register R0. Here the data is available immediately in the instruction. Okay, so that's what this addressing mode, nothing but immediate addressing mode. Processor needs to find where the data resides. Okay, so here transferring the data to the R0, the output of R0 register is 5. Coming to the register addressing modes, there are two types of register addressing modes: direct addressing mode, indirect addressing mode. In case of direct addressing mode, the data is available directly in the register itself. Okay, so for example, I am using the data 05. So initially R1 is having 05 data. Okay, R1 is the register. You know, processor contains 16 general purpose registers. Okay, so out of which we are using R0 and R1. Okay, so R1 having 05, this move instruction transfers the data from R1 register to R0. Here R0 acts as a destination, R1 acts as a source. I told you this order may vary from computer to computer. Okay, so in this case first is destination, next is source. Okay, so whatever the source operand will be transferred to the destination register. So I am taking here 5 is the data. So R1 is having data 5, that will be transferred to register R0 with the help of this instruction. So now coming to the register indirect addressing mode. Okay, so in this case same instruction used, I move R0 comma R1. Here in the previous case, in case of register direct addressing mode, R1 is having the data which is transferred to the destination register R0. Okay, so here the data is available in the R1. Okay, in the case of indirect addressing mode, R1 is having the address of the data. Here 1000 is the address of the data. Okay, so at that 1000 address, okay, these are the memory locations. At that address, I am using the data 5. Okay, 5 resides at 1000 address. Okay, so move R0 comma brackets are placed around the R1, that indicates the memory location. So R1 contains the 1000 address. Okay, so at that address, whatever the data is available in the memory location, that will be transferred to R0 register because of this move instruction. We can use add instruction also in place of move instruction. So R0 acts as a destination register. Finally, R0 contains the data 05 transferred from memory location resides at 1000. That 1000 is available in register R1. Okay. Likewise, data can be accessed with the help of immediate addressing mode and register addressing mode to perform the operation. Here we are taking transfer operation. Now coming to the indexed addressing mode. All modes are derived from a basic form of indexed addressing. Okay, so the effective address of a memory operand is the contents of a base register Rn plus signed offset. So here the data can be placed at address. That address is the combination of offset address and the content of base register Rn. Rn may be R1, R2, R3, etc. Next, the offset is either a 12-bit immediate value in the instruction or the contents of a second register Rm. Examples of addressing modes using the load instruction and store instruction. Okay, in this case we are using load instruction and store instruction to access the word from the memory location. Okay, so here indexed addressing mode. We have two kinds of indexed addressing modes. We have two kinds of indexed addressing mode in case of ARM processor. Those are pre-indexed addressing mode and post-indexed addressing mode. Let us see pre-indexed addressing mode. Here, effective address of the operand is the sum of the contents of a base register Rn and a signed offset. Offset may be a positive or negative. Okay, so here two addresses are available. We have to add these two addresses. At that address the data is present, then that data can be accessed with the help of load or store instructions. Okay, so in this case pre-indexed addressing mode, we have different types of addressing mode we will discuss. Okay, so first one, pre-indexed with immediate offset, pre-indexed with write back and with offset contained in R2 and base value in R1. Next, pre-indexed with offset magnitude in RM with scaling. Okay, likewise different ways are there to access the data in case of pre-indexed addressing mode. Let us see example for pre-indexed with immediate offset. I told you offset nothing but some address, immediate, the data is available in the instruction or immediately available in the instruction. That's what here we are mentioning, immediate offset. Okay, pre-indexed. Okay, so indexing nothing but distance, what distance the operand is available from one location to another location. Okay, so pre-indexed, before going to access any data, effective address will be calculated. That's what here you can say pre-indexed addressing mode. Okay, so here we are using load instruction, load register RD comma RN comma offset. Okay, so that offset means number. Before that number we use hash symbol. Okay, so here load instruction performs, loads the data from the memory location to the register RD. Okay, so from memory location, that is offset will be added to the content of RN register. Okay, this instruction performs the operation like this. Content of RN is some address, base address plus offset. This is offset address. Okay, so here offset address will be added to the content of base register, then we'll get the effective address. Okay, so this is nothing but effective address. Okay, at that address whatever the data is available, that will be transferred to RD. Okay, now here for example I am taking offset value is 4. Okay, in place of Rn, n varies from 1 to n minus 1. So that's what Rn is, R1 I am taking. RD, nothing but destination register. For that purpose I am using R0 register. Okay, so this is the instruction used to perform load operation. See, LDR R0 comma R1 comma hash 4 performs the operation R1 plus 4. So here brackets are used around the R1, that indicates the address. For example, R1 is having the address 1000. Okay, plus offset value is 4, that will be added to the 1000 address. Then generate the effective address of the operand 1004. After performing this calculation, from this instruction, processor goes to memory location. Okay, or we can say that address sent by the processor through address lines to the memory locations. Okay, so these are the sequence of memory locations. So 1004, at 1004 available data is 05. Okay, so I am using data is 05. Okay, so at that address 1004, the data, whatever the data is available, see here again brackets are closed. Okay, that indicates the memory at the data at that memory location. Okay, so what is the memory location? 1004. Okay, at the 1004 location, what is the data? 05. So our aim is to transfer the data at this location to R0. That's what, whatever the data available at 1004, that will be transferred to R0. Likewise, data can be accessed with the help of pre-indexed with immediate offset. Okay, before accessing the data, effective address is calculated. That's what this is known as pre-indexed. Next, Second, under pre-indexed addressing mode, we have another two kinds of operations: pre-indexed with write back and with offset contained in R2 and base value in R1. Here we are using base value, that is address available in R1. Offset resides in R2 register. Okay, so here offset is not mentioned directly in the instruction. Offset is available in register R2. Okay, see example: LDR R0 comma R1 comma minus R2. Here write back. In this case of pre-indexed with write back addressing mode, exclamation mark is used. Okay, in any addressing mode, in case of write back operation, exclamation mark is used. Okay, so now what is the content of R1? Base value. What is the content of R2? Offset value. Okay, so I'm taking R1 is 1000, R2 offset value is 400. Okay, so here minus represents subtraction. So this indicates subtract offset value from R1, generate the effective address. At that address, whatever the data present, that will be loaded into R0 register. R0 register acts as a destination register. So R1 having base address, R2 having offset address. So here 400 is subtracted from 1000 because here sign value is negative. That's what 400 will be subtracted from 1000. Okay, then we'll get the 600 address. Again, that address will be placed in R1. That means again 600 written back into R1. That's what this is known as write back. Now this 600 will act as a base address. Now 600 acts as a base address for accessing the next element. Okay, so that's what here. So 1000 minus 400 will get 600. Okay, so now this 600 acts as a base address. Now again 400 will be subtracted from the 600 to get the next element. Okay, so that's what here the base address again written back into R1 register. Okay, so at 600 location, whatever the data is present, that will be transferred to R0. Okay, so R0 register having the data, output data is 0, 5. Okay, so here this instruction performs the subtraction operation between R1 and R2 contents, and then here two memory brackets are used. Okay, so at that location, whatever the data is present, that will be transferred to R0. Here this is known as effective address. Okay, so the effective address is nothing but the difference between R1 and R2. Then finally that effective address will be loaded into R1. Now the R1 acts as a base address. Likewise, data can be accessed in case of pre-indexed with write back. Next, pre-indexed addressing mode with write back using an immediate offset. Okay, see here we are using store instruction. Store instruction performs here store str R0 comma R5 comma hash minus 4 of immediate offset. So here offset is available immediately in the instruction. That's what we can say, immediate offset. If the offset is available in the register, offset is we can say offset is available in the register. Okay, in this case offset is available in the instruction immediately. Okay, so now here minus sign indicates a subtraction operation. This 4 will be subtracted from R5 address. Okay, so here I am taking R5 is having 2012 address. I am using addresses in decimal language. Okay, Don't get confused. Okay, so this instruction performs whatever the address present in the R5. Okay, so 4 is subtracted from the address present in R5, then generates the effective address. Okay, so see, offset is 4, R5 is having 2012. Okay, 2012 minus 4 equal to 2008. That is the effective address. Again, that effective address will be written back into R5. Okay, so that's what here R5 content, every time R5 content will be updated. So now this acts as a base address. Again 4 will be subtracted from 2008. Okay, then 2004 will be the effective address. Okay, so here effective address again written back into R5. Okay, so see, effective address equal to, this is the effective address. Effective address equal to R5 minus 4. So to that address, whatever the data present in the R0 will be transferred to the memory location. Okay, so then here whatever the R0, here I am taking R0 is having 27 data. Okay, that will be transferred to the memory locations at the address 2008. That is the 2008 is generated from this calculation of effective address. Okay, so after generating this, 2008 will be again reloaded into R5. That's what here, and then this effective load address will be loaded into R5. Next, that will act as a base address. Again, to get the next element, 4 will be subtracted from 2008. Likewise, all elements can be accessed from these memory locations by updating R5 with the help of this offset value. Okay, so these operations are similar to stack operations. Okay, in case of push operation, every time we have already discussed about stack. In case of push operation, every time we subtract 4 from stack pointer. Okay, now R5 acts as a stack pointer, or we can say it can store the top of the stack. Okay, so at that address R0, whatever the data content in R0, that will be loaded into, inserted into memory location at 2008. Insert means push operation. Okay, in case of stack, we discussed about push operation. Likewise, operations are performed in case of pre-indexed addressing mode with write back using an immediate offset. Next, coming to another mode of approach, pre-indexed with offset magnitude in RM with scaling. Here we are changing the content of RM. Scaling means, for scaling operation we use logical left shift operation or logical right shift operation. Okay, we already discussed about left shift operation, right shift operation in case of logic shift instructions video. You can go through that video again if you want to clear your doubts regarding this shift operations. Okay, so scaling means, if you use left shift operation, if you perform one time of left shift operation, whatever the data you are performing left shift operation on the data, then that data will become multiplied with the number 2. Then if you perform left shift operation on 2, then that 2 will be multiplied with 2, then generates 4. Okay, so likewise it may be scaled by a power of 2 by shifting to the right or to the left. So the amount of shift is specified by an immediate value in the range 0 to 31. So here see, for example, with the write back, always in case of write back, after calculating the effective address, that will be loaded into base register. Okay, so here Rn comma plus or minus Rm comma shift. Again we are using exclamation mark. Okay, in case of write back we always use exclamation mark. Okay, so here we are taking example LDR, load operation, R0, R1 minus R2, left shift left, hash 4. Here hash 4 is the offset value. Okay, so perform shift operation on the content of R2. After getting the value, after performing the shift operation, you will get the value that will be subtracted from R1 and then generates the address of the data. Okay, at that address whatever the data is present, that will be loaded into R0. Okay, let us see how it will perform. Okay, so here this instruction performs R1 minus 16 into R2. Okay, so here we are using 4 times left shift operation. That's what, one time, if you perform one time, then that value whatever the data available in the R2 will be multiplied with 2, and next 4 second, in case of second shift again multiply with 2, in case of third shift multiply 2, so 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, okay, 16. So that's what here we are mentioning 16. So that 16 will be multiplied with the content of R2. So because of negative sign, that content will be subtracted from the content of R1. Okay, so here we are mentioning brackets. What are the contents? Data or memory location address? If you mention brackets like this, that contains the address only. Okay, so whatever the address present in the R2, that will be multiplied with the 16 because of offset left shift by the number of times specified immediately. Okay, in terms of offset. Okay, so that address will be subtracted from the content of R1 and then generates the effective address. Okay, at that address whatever the data is present, that will be transferred to R0. Okay, now here this is the effective address. Again this effective address written back into R1. Okay, now R1 will be modified according to the given instruction to get the next element. Okay, so this is write back operation. So here coming to the address without write back, here whatever the effective address is generated, that will not be stored in R1 in case of without write back. Okay, so the syntax is Rn comma plus or minus Rm comma shift. Here there is no exclamation mark. Okay, so here shift operation is performed on the content of Rm, then that may be subtracted or added to the Rn content, then generates effective address. At that address whatever the data is present, if you use this instruction, that will be transferred to R0. Here you need to remember the effective address will not load in Rn. In this case the effective address, in this case of write back, the effective address will be loaded in Rn. Okay, in this case without write back, the effective address will not load in Rn. Next, coming to the post indexed addressing mode. Okay, so in this case processor first access the first element without adding any, without generating any effective address. Okay, after getting first element only, it will generate the effective address of the next element. Okay, so let us see. Post indexed with write back, immediate offset. Write back in the sense after generating effective address, that will be loaded in Rn. Okay, so in this case Rn comma hash offset. Okay, first whatever the data is present at the address available in the Rn, specified by the Rn, that will be loaded into destination register if you use this load instruction. Okay, so after that it will calculate the effective address. Okay, initially effective address is the Rn, no offset will be added. After getting this data from memory location pointed by Rn, then only it will perform the addition operation between offset and Rn in case of LDR instruction. For example, LDR RD comma Rn comma hash offset. Okay, so this is the instruction we used in this case of post indexed. In this case, whatever the address is placed in Rn, that is 1000. Okay, so at that 1000 address, whatever the data is present in memory location, that will be transferred to RD. Here destination register RD, that is 05 will be transferred to RD, and then after that effective address will be calculated by adding offset address to the content of Rn and then generates the effective address. Again, here in case of write back, the effective address will be written back into Rn. Okay, so for example, Rn is having 1000, offset is 4, then generated effective address is 1004. Again, this will be loaded into Rn. Again, by adding offset to this generated address, it generates the new address to access the new element. Likewise, automatically it will get the next element by updating Rn with the help of offset in case of LDR instruction. That's what this kind of addressing mode is known as auto increment addressing mode. Okay, after getting first element, automatically generates the effective address of the next element. After getting that next element, again generate the effective address of the next element. Likewise, it will perform accessing of data elements continuously. Next, coming to the post indexed with write back and with scaling. Already we know scaling, right? We know about write back and we know about scaling, means shift left, shift right we can use to modify the address. Here, suppose in case of this matrix, if you want to choose the data from 1000 location, 1100 location, 1200 location. Okay, 6 resides at 1000 address, minus 17 resides at 1100, 321 resides at 1200. Okay, so 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003, likewise 1100, 1101, 102, 103, likewise 1200. Many memory locations are there. So, but I want to access the data elements from the required locations. Those are 1000, 1100, 1200. Okay. So, to access that kind of data, we can go for post indexed with write back and with scaling. Okay, let us see. Here, example is load register R1, R2, R10, LSL hash 4. Any register we can take out of R0 to Rn minus 1 registers. Okay, so here left shift operation is performed by the number. Okay, now left shift operation is performed on the element in R10 register by number. Okay, after performing the left shift operation, whatever the address generated, that will be added to the address available in the R2 register, then generates the effective address of the data, and then at that address whatever the data is present, that will be loaded into R1, first element. Okay, so in this case of array of elements, first element will be loaded into R1, and then next element minus 17 is to be loaded into R1. Like that, data can be accessed with the help of LDR, with the help of post indexed with write back and with scaling addressing mode. Okay, see, initially R10 is having, for example, see here, all of you observe, R10 is having 25. R2 register having the address 1000. Okay, so here we have to perform shift left operation on 25 data because RM, this is R10 is the RM. Okay, shift left operation performed only on R10 register. Okay, so if you perform one time 25 into 2. Okay, so here this is the example for LDR R1 comma R2 comma R10 LSL hash 2. Okay, so here I am using hash 4. This is not hash 4, this is 2. Okay, this is 2. Okay, see, if you perform one time shift operation, 25 will be multiplied with 2, then you will get 50. If you perform two time shift operation, 25 is multiplied with 2 into 2, 4. Okay, then you will get 100. Okay, so after performing this shift left operation by 2, R10 value become 100. Okay, now this 100 will be added to the content of R2. What is the content of R2 here? 1000 is the content of R2. Okay, so this 1000 will be added to the 100. Okay, so then generates the effective address is 1100. In case of post indexed addressing mode, first whatever the data is present at address 1000, that data will be accessed by the processor first, and then it generates the effective address by adding this address and this address. 4 means 2 power 2. Okay, so that's what here we are using 4. Okay, 25 into 4 is equal to 100. Okay, that 100 will be added to the 1000. Okay, so 1000 plus 100, 1100, that is the effective address of the next element. Okay, so then processor can access minus 17 from the memory location by calculating the effective address. Okay, and then this effective address will be again loaded into R2. Okay, now R2 is having 1100. R10 is always fixed. Okay, it always stores 100 only. So now again this 100 will be added to the content 1100, then generates 1200. Okay, so this effective address again transferred to R2 according to our addressing mode specification. Okay, so at that 1200 the next element can be accessed by the processor. Likewise, the data elements can be accessed at required memory locations by specifying the instruction post indexed with write back and with scaling. Next, coming to the relative addressing mode. In case of relative mode, we use the program counter as the base register instead of Rn along with an immediate offset. Okay, for example, LDR R1 comma item. So what is the function of this instruction? Whatever the data is present at the memory location item, that will be loaded into R1 register. So see, loads the content of memory location item into R1. The assembler determines the immediate offset as the difference between the address of the operand and the contents of the updated PC. Here this is the instruction like branch instruction. Okay, so here LDR R1 comma item. Okay, branch instruction in case of fetching the instruction. Here we are fetching the data. Okay, here where is the data is available? Item. Okay, so at the item operand is available. Processor needs to access the operand at the address item. Okay, so item address is initialized with 1060. Okay, so here LDR instruction resides at 1000 address. To get the data from this item memory location, program counter is to be updated. Okay, so for example, the updated PC contains 1008. Okay, so here to get the target address item, this offset address 52 will be added to the 1000. Okay, then target address generates, then whatever the operand present at the target address, that will be loaded into R1. Data can be accessed with the help of this by updating the PC also. Okay, RN is replaced with PC. Here in this case PC is updated. That's what this addressing mode treated as relative addressing mode. Relative addressing mode, only PC will be updated, not base register. Okay, so here like that, in case of pre-indexed addressing mode, suppose a store instruction resides at some location. Okay, so str r3 r5 r6. So r5 having 1000, r6 having 200. Okay, so these two are added to get the effective address of the data. Okay, so here if you add these two, then 1200 will be generated. So offset address resides in R6. Okay, in case of store instruction, whatever the operand present in the R3, that will be loaded into memory location. Here in case of store instruction, R3 acts as a source register. In case of load instruction, R1 acts as a destination register. Okay, so after generating the effective address, to that address, whatever the data is present in the R3, that will be transferred to the memory location at 1200. Likewise, data can be transferred with the help of relative addressing mode by updating the PC content. Okay, so here PC value is, you can say R5 acts as a PC register. So in this is in case of pre-indexed addressing mode. Here we are using base register R5 instead of PC. In this case we are using PC. In this case we are using base address. Okay, so this is the example, comes under pre-indexed addressing mode. Coming to the questionnaire slide, what is mean by addressing mode? What are the main instructions are used to access the memory in case of ARM processor? What is the difference between the pre-indexed addressing mode and post-indexed addressing mode? Thank you. We will meet in next video.